Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is why you should not wait to make your move. Don't wait to make your move on a chick, especially if she's coming over to your house and she's come over there 3 or 4 times and you guys have made dinner together. Maybe you've just kissed and kind of caressed her and touched her a little bit, and you want to know how to move it to it gets physical in the bedroom. And I've got an email here, actually a couple of them that he sent me, and that are all basically the same subject. And he's got a girl that he's hanging out with, and his problem is that he's just simply not being aggressive enough and not pushing things far enough along. And so he says, "Hi, Coach. I've been applying the principles of your book for over a year now. It's changed my life for the better in every way. Thank you. So I've got this girl that I've re-attracted into my life recently, and I know she's seeing this other guy that she recently broke up with, and he's trying to get her back. And so the thing that you got to understand about a situation like that is you just simply got to be a better option. And the thing is that when you're trying to re-attract a woman that you probably fucked up with, because I know this particular guy has written me about a couple of girls that he's been able to re-attract into his life. The hard thing about those situations is that she remembers how you fucked up before and why she blew you off in the past. And so she's got this bad programming or these bad examples of the time that she spent with you. And so what's happening is you're basically trying to undo the bad behavior, and you're trying to act in the proper way. And it's very, very hard when you've already done a lot of fucking up with somebody to re-attract them and take it. And so what I can tell is already happening is that you're worried about what happened in the past, and it's a little more difficult. Maybe she's offering a little bit of resistance compared to some of the other girls you've been hooking up and sleeping with that you just met. And in a way, you're probably a little afraid to make moves on her because you don't want to fuck things up. But that's exactly where you're going wrong, is you're just simply not being aggressive enough with this girl. And so he says, since I've been doing everything right with her, her interest level has been growing, and today it's near 70%. And I would say more than likely you're probably overrating that because you're projecting your high interest onto her. And it's always better to underrate what you think her level of interest is and act accordingly. He says, when we met, we spent a great time together. We give some kisses, but haven't gotten to the indoor Olympics yet. I'm trying to be very balanced with touching and kissing, and it also seems to make her feel more comfortable. She's basically a very talented woman who works with the arts, and today she has a job that pays her reasonably for the last 4 years, but she doesn't feel all that excited about it anymore since it's all the same, without new challenges or innovation. How can I help her the best ways so she can move away from her fears, follow her heart, and also raise her interest in me? Well, it's not your job to be her shrink or her therapist. Your job as a man is simply to create a fun-filled romantic opportunity for sex to happen. And so by being her therapist, I mean, it's great to talk to women, and because when I go out with girls, they start asking what I do, and I tell them I'm a life coach, and it always perks up their interest, and they want to start asking me all these things. They'll start asking about previous relationships, and I love talking about these things because that's just what I do. But in this particular case here, you don't want to get yourself into a situation where you're basically solving her problems, because then you just basically put yourself in friend zone because you're worried about being too nice and, oh, I don't want to mess this up because I think this is a great girl. And so here's the other email he sent. He says, so this girl's coming to a dinner date, and it'd be the 4th date of this kind, and it's getting better. And he says, when she arrives, what would you do? Hug her, go for the kiss on her lips, go for the cheeks. And here's the thing is, you're kind of dancing around the bush. It's like other women that you're hooking up with and sleeping with, I know you've written to me in the past, you're going for it. But this particular girl, because of the history and because you fucked up previously, you're trying to figure out a balance. And so you're holding back a little bit more. And so when she comes over the next time, this is what you should do. When she comes, it's like, don't go for the fucking hug. You go for the kiss. It's like, you treat women like your lover. And especially when she's already been over to your house several times, this is the 4th time, it's like, it's time to fucking drop the hammer with this particular girl. And so this is what you do. When she comes in, you open the door, you say, hey, baby. You grab her, you put your arms around her, and you kiss her on the lips. And then you take her by her arms and her elbows, and you gently push her up against the wall, and you start making out with her passionately. And you take your hand, you put it behind her head, and you maybe grab her hair a little firmly, and you make out with her passionately. And then take your other hand, because this is somebody you fooled around with a little bit, and you start kissing her, and then you just start moving your hand up and down on her inner thigh. Now, this is not something you do with a chick on the like you're going out on the first date type of thing, right? But this girl has already been to your house, so she's already comfortable being there. And what I want you to do at this point is just escalate it a little bit more. And so you start rubbing the inner part of her thigh, maybe massage her pussy from the outside of her pants, and then you go and you turn her head and you speak in her ear and you just tell her just say, I fucking want you. Say, I want to be deep inside you. I want you. And just start making out with her and keep rubbing her, because the idea is to get her horny and making her out, and then just start slowly undressing her. Start from the top. Don't go right for the pants. Just start slowly undressing her as you guys are fooling around. Maybe move it to the couch, fool around the couch. Start taking some of her clothes off, and just keep escalating it to the point where you get all of her clothes off and you've got all of your clothes off and you penetrate her. Because at the end of the day, you're the guy that has the penis, not her. And women, when they're in a place where they're comfortable and they're ready to submit to you, they want the man to take control. Because at the end of the day, sex has got to be your fault. Because that way, it helps them get past the societal programming of, oh, I don't want the slut label. But at the end of the day, you've been with this girl. This is the 4th time you're going to be with her now. And so if you guys have fooled around already, like you said, there's no reason. You should just go for it, like I talk about when she comes in the door. And you should be able to move it in the bedroom before, and then have great sex, and then you guys can make dinner together, and then after you have great dinner, then have dessert sex. That's the best way to approach it. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges. And you just got to give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet. And I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers, but be patient, and I will get back to you. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by going to my website, and on the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen, just follow the instructions for booking a phone coaching session. And if you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, you don't have to have a Kindle device. On my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is the link that will take you to the Amazon Kindle download page. So when you get there, on the right-hand side, you'll see a button for download a free Kindle e-reader app. And whether you got an Android smartphone or an Android tablet, or you've got an iPhone or an iPad, a Mac, or a PC, just download whatever free Kindle e-reader app for your particular device. It only takes a matter of seconds. Once you download the app, then your device basically becomes like a Kindle device. And it only takes a few seconds after that to download my book, and you'll be reading it in a matter of seconds. And I will talk to you soon.